Hi friends, welcome to NetPro Cloud Technologies. So today we are going to create multiple vSphere standard switches into an ESXi host. So let us start to create multiple vSphere standard switch onto a ESXi host. So for that I'm just going to add another ESXi host. So at present I have ESXi3.netprocloud.com. So let us add a new ESXi host. For that right click on my data center, add host, and add the ESXi host. So to add ESXi host, here we have to provide the host name or IP address for the ESXi host. So I'm just providing host name for the ESXi host. So it is ESXi 1.netprocloud.com. So it is complete FQDN. So location my data center, type ESXi, click on the next. So provide the root and password for the ESXi host. So root as username and password. I have applied the password. So click on the next. So it is asking for the your certificate SHA1 thumbprint of the certificate is this one. So we have to accept it, click yes. Now it is providing the host summary. So it is the name, it is FQDN, vendor VMware, and model VMware virtual platform, version this 6.5.0, and virtual machine, no virtual machine at present. Now click on next. So at present we are performing this lab in evaluation mode. So another 57 days of are still there. So next. So lockdown mode disabled. Virtual machine location, my data center, click on next. Ready to complete, click finish. So friends, we have added ESXi1.netprocloud.com, and still adding. Now completed. Now select ESXi1, and to configure storage, networking, virtual machine, system, hardware, virtual flash. So we have to go to configure. So click on the configure, and what we have to do, we don't have any bit of work in the storage. So networking part. So today we are going to add ESXi as your vSphere standard switch. So it comes in the networking virtual switches. So at present one vSwitch 0 it is present. So let us delete everything except management network. So at present my management network, it is taking two ESXi your physical adapters 0 and 1. So vmdev, delete it, remove selected port group. So here whenever we are having some kind of editing onto the your VM kernel port or your VM port groups. So then select the particular port group like this, and then if we need to edit something, then you have to click on the edit setting, or if you just want to remove the particular port group or particular port, then click here onto the cross. So cross it states remove selected port group. So click it yes. Again select VM prod. So one by one what we are doing, so we are going to delete every bit of port groups over here except your management port group. So if we delete this one, then we will lose the management. So we cannot manage this ESXi host. So leaving it management network, so we have to delete every bit of VM kernel port groups as well as VM port group. So VM prod, it's the VM port group. Why? Because it only contains the virtual machine. At present no virtual machine is there, but this port it is designed to hold virtual machines. So delete it yes. iSCSI A, since VM kernel port group it is showing over here, and it has got VMK2, so it's a VM kernel port group. So delete it yes. iSCSI B, it is again VM kernel port group. and VMK3 it is configured over here. So in order to delete it, so press cross, yes. So vMotion, select it, cross, yes. So at present what we have, so we have management network and it is communicating using two NICs, VMNIC 0 and VMNIC 1. Okay, so it is my vSwitch 0. Now let us create another switch. So what we do, so at present my target is that I am just going to create virtual machine for every bit of your management, your VM kernel port groups, and as well as your VM port groups. So what is my target? Now see, it is my SXI1, SXI2, right? This one. So here we need to configure vMotion. So for vMotion, I will create a new switch, and for iSCSI A and iSCSI B, I will create new vSwitch, and for the fault tolerance, I will create new vSwitch, and apart from that, so I need to place some virtual machine in my production environment. So let us say it is VM underscore prod. So I'm just going to create one vSwitch for this, and VM underscore dev. So I'm just going to create this virtual machine port group also. So these are non-configurable port groups, so we don't need any kind of IP address. So I'm not mentioning IP address over here. So my dear friend, so we are going to, so our task is to create one virtual switch for vMotion, one switch for iSCSI traffic, one switch for or VSS for fault tolerance logging, means you're active, and one switch for VM prod and one switch for VM dev. So in total we are going to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in total we are just going to create 5 switches, and including management we will get 6 switches. So let us start. So it is the vSwitch 0 only, it will only contain the management network. So now going to create another one. So for that you need to click on the add host networking. So it is the globe sign with the plus, click it. So physical network adapter, virtual machine port group for a standard switch, no. So we are just going to create VM kernel VM network adapter. So click it. Now next. So here we are getting the option to create a new standard switch. So select it. Now next. Okay, create a standard switch. Assign adapters. So there are no free adapters to add to the switch. So before continuing, so we have to release some adapters from the vSwitch 0. So cancel it. Now go to the physical. Now select this switch VS0. Click here and remove separate standard switch. Edit settings. Migrate, no. So manage the physical network adapters connected to the selected switch. So click on the manage the physical. So click here. So we just need to add keep added this VMNIC 0 and VMNIC 1 over here, and we need to delete every bit of unused adapters, because we are just going to use these adapters onto other virtual switches that we are going to create. So what is this? Cross means remove selected. Okay. So onto my vSwitch 0. So I have management network, means your VM kernel port VMK0, and it is communicating using VMNIC 0 and VMNIC 1. So quite fine over here. So now let us start building another switch. So click here on the first option, add host networking. So VM kernel network adapter. So then in this option we will get to add or to create a new vSwitch. So click next. So see, here we are getting new standard switch option. Select it. Next. Assign adapter. So no adapter is present over here. So I'm just going to add 2 adapters, because I am just building this switch for vMotion, and to make the vMotion redundant, So I'm just adding two switches, VNIC, sorry, not two switches, two adapters, VNIC 2 and VMNIC 3. So both these adapters, they are lying in the active adapters. So whenever one adapter goes failed, then your VMNIC 3 it will act and it will take care of every bit of traffic, right? So click next. So VM kernel network label. So here we have to change the network label to vMotion. So here you can write vMotion traffic or vMotion 1, vMotion 2 or vMotion 3. So you can name over here any kind of name you can put over here. So I'm just giving vMotion. Or you can also take the name as vMotion traffic. So it depends upon you people. So enable services vMotion. Now next, IP address. So let's check the IP address in my list. So for SXA2, I think we are working on SXA1. Okay. So let's move this to SXA1. Okay. So it is 200 for the vMotion. This one, 200. So give the IP address 10.0.0.200. Subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Default gateway, it is already present. It is .1, DNS server .1. Fine. Next. So it is giving the summary. So new standard suite is vSwitch 1, assigned adapters V2 and 3. Port group is vMotion, VLAN ID none. Default stack default, vMotion enabled. And every bit of other VM kernel services, they are disabled by default. And IP address we have provided .200. Now click finish. So here you are getting vSwitch 1. Now select it and check the traffic. So the traffic or the communication, it is going through VMNIC 2 and VMNIC 3. So let us create another for the iSCSI A and iSCSI B. So we will call it iSCSI traffic. So click on the new switch. So VM kernel network adapter. Here we are getting the new standard switch option. So this is the only way to create a new standard switch. Next, plus 4 and 5. Select VMNIC 4 and 5. So to provide a redundancy. So for the iSCSI traffics, we are assigning VMNIC 4 and VMNIC 5 over here. But since we have to create multipathing, so for iSCSI A, I will provide the traffic onto the VMNIC 4. So I will release this adapter and I will keep this in standby or not in standby, unused. So now my VMNIC 4, it will be used by the iSCSI A, and my VMNIC 5, it will be used by the iSCSI B. So for iSCSI A, I will keep VMNIC 5 in unused adapters. And whenever I am just going to create new standard switch for the iSCSI B, at that time I will keep VMNIC 5 in the active adapters and VMNIC 4 in the unused adapters. Fine. So next. So right here, iSCSI A, ISCSI underscore A. So is there any kind of enabled services for the iSCSI A? No, there is nothing. So keep it as it is. So don't select anything from here. So click next. Provide the IP address. So for the IP address, let's check this list. So we have planned something for every bit of VM kernel port group. So as per the planning, so I have to provide .201 as IP address. So 10.0.0.201 and subnet mask, it would be like 255.255.255.0. So .1 is the default gateway and .1 is also the DNS server. Fine. Next. Now finish. This is true. It is there. Fine. Now my VNIC 5, it is free, and my VNIC 4, it is used by the VMK2 201. So onto the same switch, means your vSwitch 0, I'm just going to add iSCSI B also. So for that, click here, add host networking, VM kernel port. Next. So here we don't need to create new switch because the vSwitch 02. So in the vSwitch 2, we are just going to put iSCSI B. So next. So right here I SCSI underscore B enable services. So no enable services for iSCSI B traffic or iSCSI traffic. So keep it as it is, and you don't need to select anything from here. So click next, provide the IP address. So as per the list, we have to provide for iSCSI B, I have to provide 202. So fine enough. So right here 10.0.0.202. Select the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Default gateway .1, DNS server .1. Click next and finish. Okay. Let's check the traffic. So it is again moving to the 4. So now here we have to modify iSCSI B VM kernel port. So select it and now add it. So we don't need to delete it. So we are not selecting cross. So to edit settings, click here. Theming and failover. So this is the option to manage the network adapters or your physical adapters. So click on the override. So now select VMNIC 4. Now keep it in unused and take the VMNIC 5. So we are going to use it for iSCSI B. So please put this adapter in the active adapters. Okay. So now check the traffic. VMNIC 4. It is communicating through iSCSI. So it is communicating for VMK2 means iSCSI A. VMNIC 5 it is communicating for VM kernel port group this one VLAN 1 and VMK3 and it is or we can say it is communicating for iSCSI B. So fair enough. So now we are going to create another virtual switch for your FT traffic means your fault tolerance logging traffic. So now create a new switch. So what we have to do, we have to click on add host networking. So VM kernel network adapter. So within this option further we will get the option to create a new virtual switch. So select it. Here we are getting this option new standard switch. Click next. So add the adapters. So for FT I am just going to use 6 and 7. So active adapters 6 and 7. Click next. Now give the name or the network label. So it is my FT logging. FT underscore logging. And is there any kind of enabled services? Yes, of course it is there. A fault tolerance logging. Select it. Next. Use the static IPv4. So what is the planned IP address? It is 203. So right here 203 10.0.0.203 and subnet mask 255.255.255.0. .1 is default gateway. .1 is DNS server. Fine enough. Next and finish. So we are with the switch V3, right? So fault tolerance logging. So both the VMNIC 6 and 7 they are communicating for FT logging. So now we have to place your virtual machines. So what we have to do? We have to create another your port group. So click on the add host networking. So at present we are not going to create any bit of VM kernel port because simply we need to create the virtual port group for the VM means VM port group. So what we have to do? VM your virtual machine port group for a standard switch. So select here. Next. So do we need to keep this kind of traffic on the vSwitch 3? No. We are just going to create new standard switch for my production virtual machines. So click on plus. So for production, I am just taking VMNIC 8, or we can do one thing that for the both my production as well as my development environment. So we can keep only one switch, right? So for that purpose, I am just adding both the NICs over here. Okay. Now keep VMNIC 9 for development. So keep it in unused state. Fine enough. Network label. So it is my VM prod. Right. Next. Finish. VM prod, it is communicating through. Yes. And now add another VM port group. So click on the switch over here. Now go to plus, add host networking. So what we have to do, we have to add virtual machine port group for a standard switch. So do we need to go for another new standard switch? No. We just want to use the same vSwitch for the virtual machine, vSwitch 4. Click next. Network label. So type here VM underscore dev finish. So VM dev and VM prod. And VM dev, it is again communicating with the 8, but we need to communicate, make this communication from dev to VM 9. So what we do, we simply click on VM dev, edit this, teaming and failover, because in teaming we are just going to manage the your physical network adapters. So override, so select the VMNIC 8. Now keep this VMNIC 8 in the unused adapters because it has been already used by the your production virtual machines. So for the development we are going to use VMNIC 9. So select it and put this adapter in the active adapters. So VMNIC 9, it is in active adapters. So press OK, refresh it, fine. Now click on VM dev. So VM dev, it is communicating through VMNIC 9, and VM prod, it is communicating through VMNIC 8. So my dear friends, we have created 0 to 5 means your 0 to 4 means we have created 5 virtual switches. So vSwitch 0, it is for the management network. vSwitch 1, it is for vMotion. vSwitch 2, it is for iSCSI A. iSCSI B means your iSCSI traffic. And vSwitch 3, it is for fault tolerance logging, means your FT logging. And vSwitch 4, so this vSwitch 4, it is dedicated to the virtual machines. So here we have added two VLAN, or you can say two VLANs, or you can say two VM port groups. One is for development and one is for production. So VM dev, it is for development, and VM prod, it is for production. So these are the so your vSwitch 4. So it has been used by two types of two virtual machine port groups. So virtual machine port groups, they don't need any kind of IP configuration. Simply we have to map these port groups onto the particular physical address. So this is how we can create multiple virtual switch. I hope that you understand how to create multiple virtual switches and how to assign different kinds of VM kernel ports and VM port groups to each and every your virtual switch according to your need or your environment, right? So thanks for watching this lecture, and in case if you feel any kind of difficulty, then you can put that kind of query or your question in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching this lecture with me.